one of the things that I really have learned throughout the last 7 years of just being on this healing journey is about really listening to what it is that we need and then giving it to ourselves. Yesterday, I woke up feeling so sick. I was back and forth to the bathroom. My stomach was hurting so bad. I was super, super, super nauseous. And the only thing I really wanted to do was to just lay in the bed. And it's funny, right? Because Thursdays are one of my favorite days of the week. It's a Jupiter day, and I don't know, I just love Thursdays. And now that I am part-time, Thursday is the day that I do work for my brand and my business. So I had already set out and scheduled that I was gonna do writing. There were certain emails that I wanted to start drafting because I wanted to send them out to my subscriber list. And so on my list was just writing. And as I'm laying in the bed in the morning yesterday, all that kept popping in my mind was, oh, I need to write. And I think this is something that happens to us, right? When we're navigating this path, we have these tasks and these things that we set out for ourselves to do. And we start to feel guilty if something else comes up when we're not able to do it. But one of the things that I really have learned throughout the last 7 years of just being on this healing journey is about really listening to what it is that we need and then giving it to ourselves. And so the Rhythm Audit, which is a free 7-day email series, part of what that Rhythm Audit does is it allows us to step into the seat of the observer. And when you step into the seat of the observer, you're going to notice things about yourself. And each day in the email series, you are given a certain area of focus. And on one of those days, the area of focus is on your body, because how often do we override what our body is telling us? Our body tells us that it's hungry. It tells us that it's thirsty. It tells us that it's tired or that it doesn't feel well. And what do we tend to do? We tend to override it. And because I have this knowledge and I really do make every attempt to live what it is that I am speaking about and to live the philosophies that I believe in, when I was laying in the bed yesterday and my mind just kept replaying like, oh, but you need to write. I literally told myself, yeah, I know I need to write, but my body is asking me for rest right now. And that was what I did. I listened to my body and I let my body rest. And so I stayed in the bed for another couple of hours. I got up maybe around like 10 because I started to feel a little bit better. And, I got up and started moving about. I made my bed, kind of did like the normal things that I would do in the morning. And instead of jumping right into, okay, let me just go on the computer and just start writing because, hey, I feel a little bit better, I was like, you know what, Michelle? Give yourself the rest. It's clear that your body is asking for it, and it's clear that you need it because you feel it. You are tired, and trying to create from that place is not creating from a place that you want to be creating from. When I create, I want it to be from a place where my energy feels clear, that I'm not feeling scattered, that I'm not feeling tired and just pushing through the tiredness. I want the energy of how I want it to be received to be embodied in me when I'm doing the writing or the creating of whatever the thing is. And so I decided, instead of just pushing through and writing just to check the item off of my to-do list, because look, I love a list. I love checking something off. Something about that just feels really, really good to me. But it's not worth it for the sake of just doing it, just to do it. It has to feel right. And the reality is, the writing that I had on my list to do yesterday, it wasn't anything that couldn't wait another day or 2 days. The world wasn't gonna stop moving because I didn't do these few tasks that I had on my list for the day. And I think that's part of what the reminder is for me, for anyone listening. It's like, we have all of these tasks and all these things that we're wanting to do. But at the end of the day, if we're trying to really build our lives from a place that feels in alignment with us and that feels like something that we are creating from a place of flow rather than the hustle grind, it requires us to listen to ourselves. And I feel as though this video really is a testament of that, because I was going to talk about something completely different today, y'all. Today's video was actually going to be a video about community, and I was going to go a bit into the benefits of having community with us on this journey. And that's a video that I will do at some point. But after going through yesterday and deciding not to do what I had on my to-do list to do, it came to my mind that, you know what, that's actually what's feeling really alive for me. And I want to talk about it. I want to talk about this experience because I know that this is something that happens to us on this journey. And we can get stuck so much in our rigidity of feeling like, no, if I have this on my list, I have to do it. And trust me, I was that person. I was so rigid. And if things did not go according to how I had them set out to go, I felt like somehow I was failing. I felt like somehow I was going to miss the mark. And this life that I'm building for myself is one that requires me to listen to myself. This is a part of the healing journey in a lot of ways. It's listening to what it is that we need and then actually giving that to ourselves. It's about the nurturing of ourselves. And I'm really proud of myself for doing that for myself yesterday, because it's exactly what I needed. I needed a day to just kind of reset. I had a really hectic, busy week. I had a lot of meetings, a lot of work to get done for my job, and I was exhausted. I'm also like midway point through my luteal, and my energy at this point is starting to tank. And I felt that yesterday. It was like this culmination of all the things. And then we had a beautiful, beautiful rainy day yesterday. It was just, I love the rain. So it was just all of these different pieces all working together to tell me, Michelle, just relax. Go back to the stuff another day. You still have the weekend. It's nothing that's super, super urgent. It's not going to break anything down if you don't do this thing today. And give yourself what it is that you actually need. So if you find yourself overriding sometimes how it is that you're feeling, whether that be your energy, whether that be how your body feels, the Rhythm Audit is a great resource to try out. It is free. It is an email series. So every day you're going to receive one email and you're going to have a different focus for the day. So one day you'll be observing your natural energy. Another day you'll be observing your body. Another day you'll be observing your environment and how your environment impacts you. And after the 7 days, you are going to have such a strong, profound sense of self, because you would have stepped into that seat of really observing yourself. And when you're aware of the different elements around you and inside of you and how they affect you, you're better able to make choices that best align with what it is that you need. And in this case, for yesterday, it was allowing myself to rest. So thank you for joining me for this week's video. I look forward to seeing you all next week. And let me know in the comments if anything that I said here today really resonates with you, if you want to maybe learn a little bit more about the Rhythm Audit and sign up for that. The link for that is in the description box. And I look forward to chatting with you all next week. Have a wonderful day.